Alright folks, welcome. This is my Daytona 500 prediction video on the channel, and we've got a good one in store for you, giving you a little bit of fantasy live advice here before the Daytona 500, because of course there's $10,000 on the line, and I will be doing this weekly. Those $10,000 will go to the winner, the person, as you see right there at the top of my screen, highest scoring Daytona 500 champion. So there is money on the line today, obviously, for the season total, too. It's $25,000 to win at the end of the year, and there will be other races throughout the season. Most of the crown jewel events, pretty much, the bigger races are going to be worth some points. So here we go. The reason why I have, the reason why I have guys like Reed Sorensen, Brendan Gaughan, BJ McLeod, Joey Gase, Corey LaJoy, that was just because I already had my lineup in, I guess, so I wanted to change it real quick. So I'm going to give you some guys that can contend. I'm going to show you guys my fantasy lineup. We're just going to go from there. Earlier, last weekend, I did pick Alex Bowman, and I said that on my Daytona 500 qualifying predictions video last week with the Clash and everything. He qualified second, so I did not get the 5 bonus points there. So here we go. We're going to pick our first driver here on our actual race team. Now, here are guys that I think are going to contend for the win if they could stay out of trouble today. I think Ricky Stenhouse is going to be one of the tougher ones to beat. He's already starting out front. There's a lot of Hendrick guys up front, so I could very easily see them hooking together. Hendrick is going to be tough to beat, at least in stage 1. So you got to look at the fact that who's going to last to the end, have a shot to win, and who's going to contend for stage points throughout the course of the day as well. I think Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is going to be one of those guys, so I'm going to put Stenhouse on my fantasy team. And trust me, if he stays out of the big one and doesn't cause a huge wreck, which even though he's known for doing, it could be risky, I think he's going to be a guy that can score a lot of points today. So now we're going to click on Brendan Gaughan there. So we're going to change our driver. So second driver on my team, I'm sticking with consistency on my team throughout the course of the week. Another driver that has been pretty fast all week, and I'm sure will have a shot to win at the end, is going to be Kevin Harvick. Now, I know I only get 10 uses on the year, and Harvick will likely have some other usages, but he has been very smart when trying to get in the draft. He's had bad luck with getting into crashes. Now, I don't think he's going to win the race today, but I think he could very easily contend for the win. Another driver who I think is going to have a good shot to win, I think Joey Logano is going to have a very good shot to win the race today. You see 45% owned. Looks like he is the driver that is the most owned out of anybody here. So I'm scrolling down the screen. Yeah, he's on mostly everybody's radar, and mine as well. He won the dual race. He was up in front in the Clash until he made a bad blocking move on Kyle Busch and caused a 3-car wreck. So yeah, he is definitely been pretty good. He's won a Daytona 500 before. He won a dual race last year too at Daytona. So Speed Weeks has gone his way quite a bit in recent years. Another driver, a guy that has been racing up towards the front again a lot this week, and I think he's going to be one of the drivers contending for a win. I think Denny Hamlin's going to be a good driver to put on my team as well. Not much further to explain with Denny. He won the Daytona 500 last year, even though he's starting 21st. I mean, yeah, I just think he's going to have a really good run. Now, another guy, we got our fifth and final. Now, obviously, we can change the starting lineup throughout the course of the race today. A guy that has been on my radar, and actually I took this guy on my preseason prediction. I took Ryan Blaney to win my preseason predictions. He did not have a good finish in the duel. He got caught up in a wreck, but he was looking very, very fast in the Clash, in the duels. He's starting at the rear of the field. I know you can start anywhere, even though it shows he's 27th here. I did read him and Corey LaJoy are starting at the very rear end of the field. So I'm not going to take Blaney today, but I will. Man, Kyle Busch is a tough pick. I think Kyle Busch is going to contend for the win today. The problem is there's so many other tracks that I could use him at over the course of the season. And I'm not sure if I want to use him today. So I'm actually going to take William Byron, because Byron did win a dual race. He did. Yeah, I mean, he's looked fast, Hendrick engines. I think he'll have a good possibility of getting some stage points here, especially early in the race. He doesn't seem like somebody that's going to take a lot of risks, in my opinion. He drives very smart. Jake Knaus on his side. I think strategy game is going to be good there. So for a garage pick for right now, and obviously it could switch in to be a starter, especially if we have a big one before the end of the race, which isn't impossible. There's so many guys that have contended this week. I want to say a guy like Brad Keselowski would also be another good pick that you could take. I just don't know if that's going to be the case. I mean, DiBenedetto showed speed here. Martin Truex Jr.'s shown some speed. Alex Bowman, man, there's so many choices here. Even David Reagan has looked really, really fast. And honestly, for a garage driver, I think it's kind of a smart thing to take a guy like David Reagan or Ross Chastain, wherever he's starting in the field. Chastain is starting 20th because I think they will keep their car somewhat clean till the very end, and they might have a shot to win the race from that point. Man, there's just so many guys. That's the problem with watching so much this week during speed weeks. There's just a lot of guys that have seemed fast at times that could have a really good shot to win the race. Eric Almirola's looked really fast too. He's starting up towards the front. This is a tough decision. Yeah, Buescher. I've been sticking with the consistency of taking guys that I think are going to score stage points as well as contend for the win. So I'm going to say Alex Bowman in that aspect too. Man, so many Hendrick engine guys though. I'm going to throw a little bit of diversity in here. I'm going to throw Eric Almirola in as my other driver. He was running up front towards the end of the dual race. He was the one that gave Joey Logano the big push to help him win the first dual race on Thursday. So, yeah, we'll just go Eric Almirola. He's starting up towards the front in that aspect, so there we go. Now, for the stage predictions as well as the race winner prediction, I usually try to stay consistent with it. Guys who I think are going to win the race. I usually take the guys that are going to win the race to also win the stages because although it might not happen that they would sweep, especially at Daytona or Talladega, I want to at least get like 10 points somewhere along the line or possibly more, but they're all worth the same again this year. So the winner's not 30 points like it used to be. It's only 10, so I don't think it's really worth the risk just trying to like randomize like everything. So we're just going to go with the guy who I think is going to win the race, who I've thought for the majority of the week, but here and there, and I could see other guys winning too. I'm going to predict Denny Hamlin to win the Daytona 500 this week. So obviously going to take Denny Hamlin here, not Reed Sorensen. So if he wins any stages or the race today, I will get 10 points. Not expecting him to win both stages. Not even really expecting him to win because there's so many guys that have had great cars. Literally anybody can win this race today. It's really a big toss-up, but I think Hamlin is going to have a great shot at it. So therefore, I think Toyota is going to get the victory. So that's my predictions. Fantasy team got Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Kevin Harvick, Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, William Byron, and Eric Almirola. And then I've got obviously Toyota winning because I think Denny Hamlin will win the Daytona 500. So that's my predictions. Staying true with it. Not going to change my pick like I was earlier in the week. Not going to let anything persuade my mind. It's so hard to win this race, and to win it back-to-back years, it's only happened 3 times in NASCAR history. So we could see history made today. What are your predictions for the race? Comment down below. As well, who do you think will have a great chance to be in the race? Who are some bad picks to stay away? I didn't really mention anybody bad to stay away from today because so many drivers have have shots to win at Daytona, and especially this week because a lot of guys have shown speed in speed weeks. Really, the only guys I would stay away from is the back marker cars. The only ones I would consider having on your team as a back marker, somewhat of a back marker driver, is maybe a guy like Justin Haley or Ross Chastain, because I think there's a good chance they might work together to just survive to the end of the race. So there's a good chance they'll get a good finish. They just won't get any stage points, in my opinion. So that's why I don't have them on here, especially because they're not racing for points in the Cup Series. So that's another reason. So that is my picks. Scroll down the screen one more time. Hit the subscribe button for more on daily NASCAR content, as well as videos like this where I'm predicting, giving you fantasy live advice. So comment down below. I'll have my post-race analysis later tonight of the Daytona 500. Hopefully you have a great one. So catch you next time.